Mr. Lamborn.
Mr. Chairman, and thank you both for what you do to protect our country and our allies. I believe the President is to be commended when he, in his recent speech, talked about Pakistan and how Pakistan needs to be more consistent in its promoting stability in the region. And Secretary Mattis, you addressed that very strongly in your comments earlier. And I'd just like to follow up on that a little bit. What can we do if Pakistan does not follow through and be a better promoter of promoting stability?
Sir, we have an enormously powerful number of options there. Right now, I would like to think we will be successful, but you ask a very good question, because we don't want a transient or temporary change, and then things go back the bad way. But I think that right now, with the growing consensus against terrorism, they'll find themselves diplomatically isolated. They'll find themselves economically in increasing trouble as countries that are damaged by this terrorism coming out of there say enough is enough and take steps. There's an awful lot of advantage to Pakistan of coming online with the international community. And I think that we have to stay focused there, but the penalties are just as significant as the advantages if they choose to go a different direction. But for right now, we need to try one more time to make this strategy work with them, by, with, and through the Pakistanis. And if our best efforts fail, President Trump is prepared to take whatever steps are necessary.
And for either one of you, how will or how should our defense relationship with India change?
Sir, I was in India last week and was very well received by Prime Minister Modi, by his Minister of Defense, his National Security Advisor. We have a strategic convergence right now between the world's two biggest democracies. And this is probably a once-in-a-generation opportunity to, with shared interests, to deepen and to broaden our defense relationship, but also our economic relationship. I think our political relationship can be tightened together. They are a force for stability in South Asia. They're a force for stability in the Indo-Pacific region. They're a nation coming into their own economically as a great nation, as they have steady growth rates going on right now. And I think there's an opportunity here that we have not experienced in decades to tie us together in terms of a broadened level of cooperation and a natural alignment with each other's interests.
As a follow-on to that, do you have anything that you're ready today to announce or designate specifically that we will be doing that we haven't done in the past with India?
There are a number of things in motion right now, sir, and decisions I think will be coming very soon. We're both working to turn these big words into pragmatic realities. And because I see both sides working together on it, I'm optimistic. It's not like we have to go over there and convince them that terrorism is a threat. They've felt what's happened there. We have not had to convince them that we don't have nefarious designs on the Indo-Pacific area. We're two democracies that we can work together on this. There are some things we're doing in terms of their support in Afghanistan, development funding. They have been very generous for many years, and they have achieved a degree of affection from the Afghan people as a result. They intend to continue this effort and broaden it. Furthermore, they are providing training for Afghan military officers and NCOs at their schools. They're willing to do rehabilitation of Soviet-era equipment until we're able to replace it with American. That will take years in order to do it properly and all. So they need to maintain what they have now, helicopters, for example. Furthermore, they've been providing and will continue to provide training for Afghan Army doctors and medics in the field so that the Army is able to take casualties and better sustain themselves, that sort of thing. So that It's really a very holistic approach that India is taking. You'll notice I left off boots on the ground because of the complexity that would bring to Pakistan. We're trying to make this an inclusive strategy, and we don't want them to get a sense that they're vulnerable to any Indian Army people from their western flank. That it's not necessary.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Veazey.